The Sundance Film Festival returns in person today after mostly streaming online for the past 2 years. This year also saw a record-breaking 16,000 submissions. Almost half of the films selected are by first-time filmmakers representing 28 countries. And there was a new record set for the amount of indigenous filmmakers selected. This year, there has been a big push to help finance a number of movies focused on elevating underrepresented voices. Tommy Oliver is the founder and CEO of Confluential Films and helped finance one of the movies making its debut at the festival this year. He's profiled in a New York Times article this week about the rise of financiers of color helping to elevate underrepresented voices in the film industry. And Tommy joins us now from Los Angeles with more on the project, mentorship, and things to watch out for in Sundance's big return today.
You know what, Tommy, we've talked an awful lot here about the need for diversity in the entertainment industry and in movies, and often we're talking about, stories that are diverse or actors. Sometimes we talk about behind the scenes, but we rarely talk about the money people, the people who have to put up the money, take the risk, and believe in a project before anything can get started. And what we're seeing at Sundance is when you have financiers of color, you have a range of stories making it to the big screen that have not been told before. You're one of the financiers for A Fancy Dance. I want to talk about why you thought this was a great story to back and the changes that you're seeing in the industry because of financiers of color.
So, good morning. And we actually have 4 films at the festival. And so 3 films that we financed or co-financed, another one that we executive produced.
We're going to take full screen E11.
We can hear the director back there. You might be used to hearing those conversations. We're hearing some of the directors, and that's what you just heard in your ear. You can ignore those voices. Normally, we're hearing the voices in our head. You should be. But go ahead, tell us.
We have Fancy Dance, Young Wild Free, which we co-financed with Macro. Going to Mars, the Nikki Giovanni doc, which is an incredible documentary and a film from a really good friend called To Live and Die and Live. And so with Fancy Dance, it's a first-time Native writer-director, Native leads, and we also produced it with a Native producer, Heather Ray, who's incredible, and one of our partners, Nina Yang Bon Jovi. And so having people who look like the people who are making the movie, it changes the entire makeup. Mm-hmm. It changes the process around what you get to make because it's no longer through somebody else's lens. It's no longer through the gaze of what somebody thinks should be made or how it should be made. And instead, you have people who are supporting the stories that people want to tell in an authentic and culturally specific way.
That's such an important point, Tommy. And I, as a huge cinephile, and Emery knows this, I think it's incredibly important what you're doing because for the 90 or 100 years that this industry, the film industry, has been in existence, you're right. The gaze and the stories that have been told primarily from one perspective. Doesn't mean that there have not been incredible films that have come out. Of course there have, but people haven't seen the kind of films that are being produced now. But the question I still have is, yes, there are Tommy Olivers in the world out there financing films and telling stories from different perspectives and from other voices that have not been heard and seen before. But what needs to be done still in this arena? I mean, you are part of a small fraternity and sorority of people doing this. So what more needs to be done?
A lot. The fact that we're still talking about the first, or still talking about a few, that's incredibly problematic because you look at there's a New York Times article, there were maybe 5 of us mentioned in that article. Mm-hmm. That is problematic. And 5 companies cannot sustain the type of change that we need to make. It cannot sustain the type of artists who have stories to tell, and not stories that are only Sundance type stories, but stories that are commercial. And there's a real business case to these stories to be told. And so we need to recognize the business case and enable people to be able to be in positions to do it, because there have been strides in who's in front of the camera and writers, directors, somewhat on the producing side, very little on the financing side. And when you don't have people of color who are producing and who are financing, you still have a limited swath of stories that are being told. And as such, you are leaving money on the table, as McKinsey pointed out in their study, where they said it was almost $10 billion left on the table annually.
You know, and I know, Tommy, you have to go, but one of the things that Tommy's not bringing up too is in order to put up the money, you have to trust the filmmaker, right? And there is already a relationship of trust, I think, that is easier to build when you're talking about a person of color who gets the stories, gets the perspective. You know, you don't have to explain it. I think that that's part of what's kind of special about having financiers who are of color.
It's a huge part.
Yeah.
It's a huge part that you don't have to culturally explain a project. And it's either when you're making it or when you're trying to get something made. And if somebody does not understand it and then they want it to be changed just a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit there, by the time you get to the end, the project has been completely bastardized and it doesn't work. And they're like, I don't know why it didn't work. Well, you changed all of what made it special and all of what made it specific.
Right.
So that you would understand it.
Completely, Tommy. I wish we didn't have to cut you off, but we're running out of time. Tommy Oliver, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you for having me.